But when you're mentally hurt, how do you treat that?
How do you treat that? Yeah.
You treat it with your physical.
Yeah, action. Welcome, everybody. This is AlphaDelta, a podcast where we have discussions with people operating at a higher level with the hopes that it motivates and inspires people to become the best version of themselves. So today, I'm joined by Adil.
Yes.
Adil is someone who has done some really inspiring things, which I'm hoping you'll share on this episode. But Adil, for those who don't know who you are, could you just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, and where do you go to school?
So my name's Adil. I go by Mr. Shredded. A lot of people out there know me Mr. Shredded. They don't know my name. But I'm from Mauritius, but I've been living in Kenya for the past 22 years now.
Oh, 22.
It's been a while. I'm pretty much Kenyan.
Yeah,
I'm
basically,
pretty much Kenyan,
yeah.
And yeah, I schooled here, but I went to university in England.
Nice.
Then I came back and started working, but then I realized that there's no growth in just working in corporate. There's very small growth.
Right.
So I decided to just go out and do what I'm good at.
Right.
Spent the last 10 years working out.
Right.
And went into fitness. I became a health coach.
Nice.
And I help people. I help a lot of people just overcome physical, mental, emotional boundaries.
Right.
And they end up doing amazing things. Like one of my clients right now, who I've been working with for about 2 years.
Yeah.
He's on a 10-day trek in the Himalayas.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Something people would be very scared of doing.
Yeah.
And he overcame it.
Right.
And he's there right now.
Right now in the Himalayas.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So I help people as a health coach. I make people get over physical barriers. A lot of people I'm working with have recently gotten, a lot of people I know are getting knee replacements.
Right. It's like tore ACL or something?
Or just tore ACL or worn of the cartilage.
Right.
And some just don't have knees.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they have to get new. And a lot of people I'm helping rehab this, but get stronger at the same time.
At the same time,
because one thing is you rehab.
Right.
But there's the other side of it where you gotta strengthen yourself.
It's true. So it's back better than it was before.
I'm going to tell you guys one thing.
Yeah.
Weights, lifting weights,
is
the fountain of youth.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
It makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically.
Right.
Even over time, slightly.
Yeah.
But your bone density gets stronger, gets bigger.
It's true. That's actually true.
Can you imagine?
It's crazy. It's crazy, yeah.
You see these guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they might have taken steroids or not.
Or not, right.
But they trained hard no matter what.
No matter what, that's true.
And today they're 70. And they're
look
amazing. And
in great shape. Yeah, in great shape.
And it's crazy, man. Some people I've been speaking to recently.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird topic, but you ask them, what age would you like to live till? A lot of people say 70. Someone said 60.
60, really,
and I'm like, you could be young at 80.
True.
If you wanted to be.
If you wanted to be, yeah.
And someone said 60, and I'm like, you could start living at 60.
Yeah, that could just be the beginning.
Morgan Freeman became successful at 62.
That's true. That's interesting, yeah.
And you want to die at 60? Life could start then.
That's true.
So why stop yourself? Why we all have that potential to live and be whatever we want.
Right.
But fear stops us.
That's true.
We just stop ourselves. So I teach people to get over all this.
All that.
But through two main factors. You gotta train, you gotta eat good.
That's true.
And by eating good, I'm not saying it's just healthy all the time.
Yeah, it's balanced.
Junk food is part of a healthy lifestyle. You want to drink, you want to eat junk. You can have unhealthy is part of healthy.
Of healthy, yeah.
But if you're just unhealthy, there's no healthy part of it. Yeah, and so I make people realize that.
Yeah.
So that's one part of my life. The other part is I'm also I would call it an extreme athlete, or some people would say endurance athlete.
Right.
Because you have people that are very strong.
Yeah.
Like strong men.
Yeah.
Who can lift half a ton off the floor.
Right.
and you have people who are very fit,
Right.
like Eliud Kipchoge.
Right. He's very
he can
fit.
run
Yeah.
a marathon, superhuman.
Yeah.
But my mindset is insanely strong. I would say
Okay.
one of the strongest that
Right.
exists.
Right.
And why? Because I believe it.
Yeah. True. That's why it
I don't, it
starts.
doesn't matter what you think. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter
yeah.
what. But
Absolutely.
I believe it. So my mindset is
Right.
bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. Yeah.
But it makes me strong.
Right.
But there's also something part of my physical, because you got to be physical at the same time.
Right.
Part of my physical, I believe I have one of the best muscle stamina in the world.
Interesting.
Muscle stamina is basically
like your endurance in a sense, right?
yeah, like if you did like I tell you right and do as many push-ups as you can,
Right.
you do like 100.
Yeah, you probably do like
And
200.
no, you do 100. Now, how long can you take to recover to do another 100?
True.
So I can recover very fast and go again, which is why I'm also the current holder for the burpees world record, the 12-hour burpee world record.
I'm actually going to pause you about that because we're actually going to get into that slightly bit
but
later.
That's my other side of it, just extreme athleticism
athletes.
And just also at the same time, I have a big passion for environment. We'll touch on that, but I just want to link, we have 2 homes that we can't replace. One is our body. You mess up your body, where are you going?
That's true. You only have one.
You ain't going to nobody else, man.
That's true.
You got your body.
Yeah, for sure.
You mess it up, you're done. The second one is our planet. We messed it up, we're done.
There's no Earth 2.
It's done. Maybe, somebody might figure out how to do something in the future.
Maybe Elon Musk will take us to Mars or something.
But he'll take, 100 people with him?
Yeah.
7 billion will die.
Yeah.
So we can't replace our body, we can't replace our planet. So as long as my theory when I want to build my brand is I want people to be fit, mentally fit, physically fit, but at the same time you got to take care of this planet. Just active living. Don't take long showers. It's very hard for us to recycle, but just try not to buy or use too much plastic.
Or waste.
You know what I mean?
Like that.
So that's pretty much a bit about who I am.
Yeah, very great summary. And you actually sort of hinted at it, which is like my next question, which is, what are you passionate about and why?
Yeah. So the environment is definitely one of them. I definitely think we should be actively living towards making our environment better. If you don't need to fly, don't fly. If you don't need to drive, don't drive. But of course, if you need to, I'm not saying don't do it.
Yeah.
Just be smart about it.
Right.
Maybe pay a little bit more and take a direct flight and do a transit.
True.
And get a cheaper option.
Or better yet, like I would even add to that is that like have a countermeasure. It's like if you're gonna fly, go plant some trees.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Something
it's like
go clean the ocean.
Go clean the ocean, right? Do something like that. Just counteract
something. Because we gotta live. It's the society we live in today. We adapt.
Right.
But as we adapt, we gotta make the other side a bit better at the same time.
True.
It's balance, but everything in life is balance.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how you gotta eat a balanced diet, you gotta live a balanced life and have a balanced environment.
Right.
And that's how we gotta live.
Yeah.
And keep it sustainable. That's sustainability for your body, sustainable for the planet. It's the same concept.
That's true.
But we gotta put it into practice.
That's true.
I know a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He gets in his bathroom, puts the water on, lets it get steamy.
Yeah.
And then gets in after 5 minutes. But what are you doing, man? And every time he tells me about it, I get so irritated. But,
because it's kind of wasteful.
Yeah. But just be more conscious and be better. But the environment is definitely one of my passions.
Yeah.
And just making humans better as well. Stronger,
right.
Because I don't say go to the gym to have a great body.
Yeah, I mean that's a plus. It's a plus.
It is a plus.
It's a bonus, right?
But what it does to your mindset.
True.
It makes your body, but your skin is better. Your bones are better. Your ligaments are better. Your joints are better.
Yeah.
But
the cardiovascular, everything
is better physically. But you're also mentally very better off. Your mood is better.
It's better. Yeah, the endorphins they really help. Absolutely.
You have a better mood. You just go through life better.
And then even your approach to life is a lot better too.
They're so linked, your mind and your body.
True.
They're so strength.
It's crazy.
You know, I spoke to my cousin. My cousin is a doctor, okay? And she told me when you feel physically bad,
Hmm.
you take care of yourself physically,
True.
okay? In the sense that you're injured, you go to the hospital, you treat,
Right.
you get better.
Right.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
But when you're mentally hurt, how do you treat that?
How do you treat that? Yeah.
You treat it with your physical.
That's, yeah, actually.
Then they're so linked.
That's
One
so
takes care
true.
of the other.
Yeah.
If you're physically weak, okay,
You're probably going to be mentally
you
weak.
got to make yourself a bit mentally strong, and you'll get better physically. Vice versa. So but the norm of us humans, our norm is we are mentally weak.
Right.
We give into cravings, we get into
Yeah, a lot of
addictions, etc.,
stimuluses.
etc.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
anxiety, we have depression.
Right.
We are weak. So to start fighting it, you just gotta move your body. Go dancing, go walking, play a sport, go to the gym, do
Yeah.
something.
Right.
And we start getting a little stronger mentally.
Right.
And that's what people need to realize. And that's why you should train.
That's why you should train. Yeah.
That's why you should train.
Yeah.
Is
I
because
think,
we remove
yeah,
weakness mentally.
yeah. No, fundamentally, I agree with 100%. I think for me, just even in my own fitness journey, right?
Yeah.
The gym, I think the biggest benefit is just how it calluses the mind,
Mm.
right? Like when you have to
Exactly,
go to the gym,
exactly.
whether it's like 6 in the morning or 8 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
and like you have to lift heavy weights, and you have to
Yes.
literally convince yourself, like, I have to do this,
Yeah.
right?
And it's weights as well.
Weights, yeah, weights is
as
a key
well.
thing, and like you
It's
there,
key.
it sucks. You're tired as hell, and it just beats you and humbles you because
Yeah.
you think you can do it, but
Yeah.
like just the thing it does on your mind
Yeah.
is so powerful.
It is. It is.
It's such a powerful thing.
But some people now have the fear
Yeah.
of if you start this lifestyle, you do lose friends on the other side.
But that's never the case, though.
Sometimes
That's
is
interesting.
So,
I've never had that
because
experience.
Let me give you an
actually.
example.
Yeah.
I know somebody who told me that if they stop drinking, these people won't be friends anymore.
Yes, I actually had a it's funny you said that. I literally had a conversation with someone about that yesterday.
You see?
Exactly that.
So let's say you have work, you finish work, you happy hour after work.
Yeah, naturally.
And you go and bond with your friend. But you remove that drink factor, what do you and your friend bond over?
That's true. What do you have in common?
So you do break friendships.
Yeah.
But you got to realize that the other person could also see the light and
that's true.
Go to the gym 3 times a week, drink 3 times a week.
Right.
Balance. Go drink. Go have fun.
But balance it out.
Work out 3 times, drink 4 times.
Yeah.
It'll make your life better.
Literally. Yeah.
It'll make you drink for longer.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah. No, I agree with you there. I mean, and the friendship thing is a very interesting one because it sort of, when you change your lifestyle and your habits, right, it now makes you really like question these friendships that you have.
Yeah.
Because now it's a matter of like, are these actually genuine relationships that you're building, right? Because if it's solely based on just sherehe and drinking and all those kind of things, it's like...
Exactly, but relationships can be based, obviously...
there's obviously, right,
but if a relationship is based on something toxic, then there's a problem.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not alcohol, maybe it's another drug.
Right.
Maybe it's another drug. Maybe it's today, food has become a drug.
Yeah.
People are addicted to food.
Yeah.
You know? Right? I know a husband and wife who I worked with, and every night their bonding time, because the husband goes to work, the wife goes to work, and they get home. Their bonding time was watching TV and eating a tub of Ben and Jerry's each.
What?
Every single night.
That was their bonding time.
I knew them when the guy was about 75 kilos and the girl was about 49 kilos.
49 kilos.
When I met them, the guy was 102 and the girl was 85.
Jeez. Yeah.
And 3 years late, 3 years.
3 years. Yeah. Of course.
Ben and Jerry's
every night.
That's toxic.
It is.
Get out of the house.
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Literally, there are so many other things you could be bonding over.
Do something. Go horse riding for all I care. Get out of your house.
Yeah.
Go do something. Don't be toxic.
Yeah.
Don't be toxic. Don't get relationships that are toxic.
Right.
And if you're in a relationship where you care about the other person, get both of you out of that toxicity.
Exactly. They should try to encourage each other.
It's fun to I love sitting and watching TV and eating
Yeah.
a tub of
Ice cream, it's
I
fun.
love doing it,
Right.
and I do it once a week.
Right.
But I've earned it,
Exactly.
and it feels good. It feels good.
Exactly.
But don't do toxic things every day.
Every day.
Don't do things that are bad for you every day. Do it to have fun.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
someone told me about comfort food the other day. You know, if
Mhm.
you think about it, comfort food and alcoholism is like the same thing.
It's almost
When
they almost
someone-
serve the same needs, to be honest. Yeah.
when someone who's depressed goes to drink to feel better,
That's
alcoholism. But someone who's depressed and goes to eat, it's just some comfort food.
Yeah.
You're just
But they still the
it's
same
a
thing,
little
trying to
bit
feel
of
better.
addiction
Yeah.
there. It's a little addiction
Literally.
there. An addiction is an addiction.
It is. It's crazy.
Don't sugarcoat it, because most of you out there, because I do it, I've done it, he's done it, we
Yeah.
lie to ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's okay, I've earned it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
But
okay.
the question is really, have you?
Have
Have
you?
you really earned it?
It's okay,
Like, be honest with yourself.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, be really
Drink, smoke, eat drunk, do whatever you want destructive, but earn it.
earn it.
Balance.
Yeah,
Just like we destroy our planet, make it a bit better.
literally.
Just like we destroy our bodies, make it better.
Better, yeah.
And we live sustainable
Exactly.
longer.
It's about the
Because
balance.
we all die.
Yeah,
But don't die in a bad way.
absolutely.
I'm never going to let diabetes take me out.
Yeah,
Ever.
ever, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
jump out of a plane without a parachute.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
for sure.
I ain't
for sure.
going out like you go out a legend. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
exactly.
live
Yeah,
life
yeah,
well. You know, you have one of it. You have
Sure.
one. You don't know. We don't know what's next.
yeah, yeah.
Is there a next? Is there? There's heaven, there's hell. Like in Islam,
Right.
for us, there's heaven and hell. But
Right.
we don't know. You have one life. Make
That's
it
true.
count.
Make it count.
That's why I think everybody needs to just take care of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think fundamentally behind anything, it's like prioritizing your health and taking care of yourself. It's such an important thing because just
Yeah.
like you said, you know, we only have one life. You don't want to be taken out by diabetes or
You
any
know
other
what I
illness, you
mean.
know, like things that are unexpected.
And
But-
and you know, saying that is very sad. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
My family, diabetes runs in the family, man.
All right. Uh-huh.
And it's very sad.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying some people, it's not everybody. Yeah, like some people they're just very unlucky and you
Yeah.
get diabetes.
Just
at a
genetic
very
and things
young
like
age.
that. Yeah.
Some things are just very unlucky, but don't base your judgments on these
that,
things.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You might live a healthy lifestyle
That's true.
because look at, you know, very fit people. Like just recently, you know, Christian Eriksen, the footballer who just dropped on the field.
No, I don't think I
A
remember.
couple of years ago, I think it
Uh-huh.
was a couple of years ago. There's a football player.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fit, but heart attack in the middle of the game
Wow.
and drops on the field.
Yeah.
So very fit people can also just get a heart attack.
It's
like
just
that.
unfortunate. Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
don't base what happened to one person,
Literally.
what your judgment is. Oh, look, this person went running every day and they died.
And then
Come
that-
on.
yeah, why
But
should I
could
now?
just hear one of these Indian aunties sing this right now. You know,
Literally, yeah.
oh, this person is running every day and he died.
Yeah.
It's not because he ran every day. He might just
Literally.
had an underlying
Like
condition.
exactly.
You know what I
Pre-existing
mean?
condition, yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just base the
The whole
theory
thing
of
around
exercise
it.
on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because when you tell someone who's a bit older, you're going to the gym, oh, be careful.
Mm.
Not go crush it. You know,
Yeah,
be
that's sort of the
careful.
reaction, yeah.
It's just you got to look at different demographies, how the
Right.
young, how the middle, how the older, what their perspective is on
Right.
this lifestyle,
True.
and you teach that person how to fight from their perspective.
From their perspective, absolutely.
And that's exactly how I work with my clients, for example.
Right.
Is you teach them from their perspective,
Right.
and it takes a lot of time.
That's
You
true.
could spend. Nobody has spent 5 years. I haven't been doing this for long enough,
Yeah.
but you could spend 5 to 10 years with me and still not be where you should be.
Right.
Patience, you know,
That's true.
patience is,
Absolutely.
you gotta
It's-
have
yeah,
patience.
it's
Everything
important.
great takes time,
That's true.
you know, but that's why they say consistency is important.
Yeah.
It's important in anything. You want to learn another language, consistency.
That's true.
You know, you want to learn to swim, consistency.
true.
You know, but it's the only way to get it done. Anything,
Yeah.
anything,
Anything in life, absolutely.
anything in life, but especially this lifestyle.
Mm.
Find your problems. Don't make someone else's problems yours. They
Mhm.
might be dealing with something you're not. But
Right.
you know, just for example, someone tells this person, "Oh, don't eat gluten.
Right.
I'm very into this gluten
Yeah.
and veganism thing as well, you know, like
Okay.
and dairy thing.
Right.
Where just one example, someone tells you gluten is bad.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know what gluten
Is in the
but
first
now they'd be
place.
like, oh no, it's not working for me.
Yeah. And
You
they've
know?
been taking it for the whole entire
You know
life,
what
but
I
now all
mean?
of a
You know
sudden
what I
it's
mean?
like
It's all of a sudden it's a
just because
problem.
they heard it's not good.
But also, people will be like, let's say you're eating gluten. By the way, guys, gluten is a protein.
Yeah.
Just for most of you didn't know that. But gluten is basically in flour, right?
Yeah.
So
It's in your
people,
pasta and your bread,
so people
those kind
will,
of
will
things.
basically have a gluten meal with a curry or like a cheesy bolognese or
Right.
something like that,
Yeah.
and then have a dessert after, and then feel bloated and bad after,
Literally,
and
yeah.
then blame the
The
gluten.
gluten,
Out
but
of everything you just ate,
it's
you
not.
blamed the gluten
Yeah.
so you can keep
Yeah.
eating your dessert that probably bloated you up.
Bloated you out, or that
You
cheesy
know what I mean?
little thing, right,
Yeah,
that you
because
had.
most people are lactose intolerant,
It's true.
and most people, and very few people are gluten intolerant.
Mm,
But the more you stay away from gluten and the more you stay away from dairy, the more intolerant you
you
become.
become, yeah, because your body's not used to,
It's
right,
like
digesting,
anything,
yeah.
you know, we adapt, our bodies adapt.
That's true.
We build tolerance.
Right.
If you drink a lot,
Yeah.
it takes more alcohol to get drunk.
Get drunk, yeah.
You see what I
That's
mean?
true. The
So
tolerance is
I
key.
drink 300 ml of milk before bed every day.
Mm,
Plus, I eat like 150 ml of yogurt in the morning.
right.
So I have a lot of dairy, but I
Yeah.
grew up with dairy.
Yeah.
Dairy likes me.
Right.
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you got to also know that things you grew up with will help you. If you grew up vegetarian, be vegetarian.
Right.
If you grew up a meat eater, be a meat eater. You
Right.
know, what you grew up with is your strong food.
Is your strong food, yeah, because that's what your body's used
That's what
to.
your body is used to.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how you make yourself strong with food as well. There's so many ways.
Yeah.
So many ways to get strong. You know, I'm not
That's
saying
true.
don't do everything, but pick something.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah. No, I mean, those are like really interesting insights just about like, how to train yourself
Yeah.
to get stronger.
Yeah.
Just the importance of prioritizing your health. But taking a step back,
Yeah.
I want you to just like, think about your childhood and just give us an idea, like what was it like? What was your childhood like? What did you spend your time doing as a kid? What did you do in high school? Just give us that whole experience.
All right. So when I was born, I had I was born with a really bad lung
Oh,
infection,
interesting. Yeah.
and I was in the incubator for a month after birth
Right.
because my lungs weren't strong enough.
Yeah.
And because of that, I had chronic asthma my entire childhood.
Wow.
And it was like quite bad. I was on the nebulizer, the breathing machine.
Right.
Every day at least once. I always had my inhalers,
Yeah,
my
with you.
Ventolin and my
Wow.
cortisone inhaler always in my pockets.
Yeah.
And sometimes my mom had to run to school with the nebulizer to come give it to
Yeah.
me. So it was, I became a chronic asthmatic.
Yeah.
So I grew up I spent my first 9 years in Mauritius.
Okay.
And in Mauritius, we were in a public school.
Right.
Like, life was great and everything,
Yeah.
except for my health, right? But being in a public school in Mauritius, there wasn't any sports. There was no physical
Right.
activity. You
Interesting.
basically have 50 kids in one class,
Okay.
and you do every subject with them, science, and you have
Right.
one teacher for
And
everything.
one teacher for everything.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we weren't even allowed to bring a ball to school.
Right.
So we used to get those like milk packets, stuff it with
Yeah.
paper, and use it for football on concrete. We didn't have grass on like concrete,
Wow.
So physically, I didn't get better.
Yeah.
And so spent a lot of time in hospitals. My
Yeah.
lungs failed quite a lot.
Right.
So very weak physically. I was
Yeah.
born very weak physically.
Right.
Then moved to Nairobi when I was 9
Okay.
and went to a British school. And they're very strong on sports here, man.
Extracurriculars,
they're very on it,
very, very
and
much,
competitive.
Yeah.
And I got into sports, man.
Yeah.
Okay, first when I came here, I couldn't speak much English.
Right.
I was the nerd in school,
Yeah.
you know, like, and I became the chess champion.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Till today, like my parents actually say I have a talent for it, like, and
Right.
because all I had for the first few years of my life in Nairobi was
Yeah,
chess.
was chess.
That's all I
Interesting.
had.
Interesting.
And because I was into it so much as a child,
Right.
like
It just made you.
hardwired
Yeah,
into
it
me, you
made
know?
you right.
So
Right.
today when I play chess, I'm very good.
You
Still,
just step
very
back into it,
randomly, I'll
yeah.
play somebody and just,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
so that was one part.
Right.
But then I really got into sports and lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I went back to Mauritius for like a holiday,
Yeah.
my asthma kicks in. Instantly,
Oh,
my asthma kicks
really?
in. Yeah.
But when you were in Nairobi,
It's
it's
fine.
not there.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not there.
That's interesting.
Then eventually went to university,
Mm-hmm.
and I was good, you know, my asthma.
Yeah.
But then I went to university, and my first year, man, my first year of university,
Yeah.
you know what it's like.
Yeah.
You know,
Of
I put
course.
on weight.
Yeah,
and I've
yeah,
also
yeah.
put on weight in the all
Yeah.
these like takeaways every night, and
Right.
so I put on weight.
Yeah.
My asthma kicked in
Kicked
strong because I never got it in England.
Yeah.
But it
Kicked in strong once the lifestyle started deteriorating.
And
Yeah.
that's when I joined the gym, man.
Right. And
That's
you're
when
like, that
it's-
was like sort of like the eye-opening moment for
yeah,
you. It
yeah.
was
That's
like,
where like I had to like do something.
yeah.
So joined the gym, and just the first year I was just the guy on the treadmill,
Yeah.
on the bike, on the cross trainer.
Right.
I started there as well. Everybody starts somewhere,
there,
you know.
right.
So yeah, so that's
That's
my
how-
childhood basically went like that, just
Yeah.
from going from being physically weak to
Right.
getting physically strong, but it was a
Right.
process, you know.
Yeah.
But I also erased asthma from my body.
From your body, yeah.
I've had 0 symptoms
Right.
in about 10 years now.
Wow.
0 symptoms.
It's very impressive. You know, like when you tell me this story, it now just makes sense. It makes sense why you're really passionate about fitness. I'm really passionate about helping people, like,
Yeah.
you know, push past the limits, about like if they have any illnesses, helping them recover, because you've had that experience yourself. You've been through that your whole entire childhood. So you have that deep understanding of what is actually possible.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's the truth, man. Because if it's also why I really believe in strength.
Right.
And that nothing is bad enough to keep you from getting strong.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's you know, things that are rooted in you.
Yeah.
You have a bigger passion to, like you said,
Absolutely.
basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically how it came about.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my next question is, you know, can you walk us through how you got to where you are today? You know, just tell us a bit about your career pathway, and then also like what are some of the things you've done throughout your career.
Okay, so university, I
Right.
studied environmental sciences.
Right.
Like I said,
Hence
I'm
the
very
passion for the environment.
I'm very
Right.
into the environment. So
Right.
my bachelor's degree was in environment, and I always had the passion to go, maybe start with an NGO and then go into UNEP. I
Right.
had that passion at one point,
Okay.
and then some unexpected events happened right after my university.
Right.
Right after,
Yeah.
which made me have to come back to Nairobi.
Right.
So I came back, and
Mhm.
what I did is then I did my master's degree online
Okay. Nice.
and worked in, and you know, surprisingly, it's quite easy to enter a marketing agency.
Right. Okay.
So you just, as you know, very low level, like a
Right.
marketing executive,
Right.
but you
Right.
can enter and start doing something. And
Yeah.
I started, I didn't know anything about marketing at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did do a few internships. I did internship at UNAIDS,
Okay. Nice.
and some of the places like BDO East Africa,
Right.
stuff like that. But then I took a job and went into marketing while I did an MBA in marketing.
An MBA. Okay. Interesting.
Completed the MBA, finished the marketing, continued to work for a few years in marketing. I became a
Right.
strategist.
Right.
And a good experience, man. Dealt with like very good clients,
Yeah.
good experience in marketing. And that's when I realized it's not gonna be a sustainable lifestyle for me, man.
Right.
Like, you're like making pretty much nothing. You got no saving.
Yeah,
You got, you know,
right.
you're just living this.
Mhm.
And I was like, how do you go from here? You're spending, my hours were 8 to 6.
Wow, yeah.
8 to
A
6,
lot of
but
hours.
8 to 6, they extended it so that we don't work Saturdays.
Ah,
So they extended the hours of the week, so Saturday, Sundays off.
it's off, right?
Right.
Right.
I was down with it.
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, as long as your weekends are free, that's
You know what I
cool.
mean? I was
Yeah,
down
yeah,
with
yeah.
it. Like, but now work. I mean, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I was okay. But so you're spending all that time at work. How do you
True.
grow or focus on anything else?
Anything else beyond that?
And also now I was conflicted, like many of you also are, where you're scared of what happens if I leave my job. Like, what do I
Yeah.
do? What if what I do doesn't work?
Right.
No one who's ever started something knows if it's gonna work.
That's true. That's
All
very
right.
true, yeah.
But they gave it their all.
Yeah.
So I quit my job and I
Right.
started my first business.
Right.
And I started a boxing promoting
Business.
Okay.
Interesting.
And I held one event at Alchemist.
Okay. Interesting.
And it went pretty well. The event was nice.
Yeah.
There was some good fights.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the money to continue
Right.
past that.
Right.
Okay. And I kind of failed, even in my personal life, some things kind of went wrong.
Right.
And I went to a very down.
Right.
And because, and at the same time, I badly injured my lower back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot was going on.
Deadlifting.
Yeah.
You know how greedy we can
Yeah,
get with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, like
It's ego lifting at that point.
yeah. So, but you learn.
Yeah, of course,
You know,
of
that's how you
course.
learn. And,
Yeah.
So a lot happened at that point.
Right. Right.
And so I spent a good portion of a year not doing anything, just lazing around,
Right.
going out every weekend,
Right.
just cheat meal when I didn't deserve it, like
Yeah.
4 times
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah, it just becomes not a meal. It's
You know
not
what I
even a cheat, it's just a
You know
meal.
what I mean?
It's a meal,
My diet,
right?
like,
It's the diet, right?
So that was really a bad but one thing I never let go of, I would wake up at 4:30 and be in the gym at 5:30.
Wow.
Even when I didn't have a job,
Right.
even when my personal life went to sorry, I don't know if you can
Yeah.
bad language,
No, just
but
be as authentic as possible.
even
Yeah.
when my personal life went to shit,
Yeah.
my lower back was finished.
Yeah.
I had to be out of the gym for 3 months.
Right. Wow.
Just
to
and I had
recover.
the back support and everything
Right,
under the
damn.
clothes, everything I was doing,
Damn,
so
damn.
had to be out of the gym. And then when I went back to the gym, so that's the period where it really went down. Because
Right.
you see how the gym's connected, even for someone as strong as me,
Yeah.
it breaks you.
It breaks you. Yeah.
But going to work out brings you back up.
That's true.
So when I started working out, I couldn't lift weights. The saddest part of my life. I was so disappointed, man.
Yeah.
But there was no giving up. Not in this part of my life. I might have given up on my work. I might have given up on relationships. I might have, given up on food.
Yeah.
Because I was eating really bad.
Yeah.
And I was still in the phase, because I was in the big phase of shisha. I smoke shisha like every day. Now it's like, I smoke shisha in Ramadan. Just in Ramadan. And Saturday nights in Ramadan, that's when I smoke shisha. Now, that's it,
Right.
But I did not give up on the physical side of the working, not the eating, the working, okay? And I started boxing.
Right.
That's when I started boxing, man.
Interesting, yeah.
And the boxing brought me back up. Plus, after I started boxing, there's also a point where I started working out. When I started lifting weights again, I was working out with one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And this guy is an absolute monster, right? His name's Amit, and he played a role as well in getting my mindset strong.
Right.
So boxing got me there. He played a role in getting my mindset strong.
Yeah.
By just pushing
in the
man,
workouts.
I had anxiety going to the gym, man.
Oh yeah.
Knowing I had to do legs with this guy.
Yeah. That's how you know something's right. You get a good gym partner, because when you start.
Days. Do you know what, after an hour and a half,
Yeah.
do you know what the last thing you had to do was?
What?
Today that weight is light for me,
Yeah.
but back then it wasn't,
Yeah.
because I was recovering from back injury as well. 100 kilos,
That's 2 plates.
20
4 plates.
reps at a
20
go,
reps. Wow.
non-stop.
Wow.
That was the last thing you had to do to
Yeah.
be able to
Was that
leave
of
the
squats,
gym.
deadlifts, or was squats?
Yeah, back
Crazy.
squats.
Back squats.
100
Yeah.
kilos, 20 reps non-stop.
Damn. And you're there with your back
every
recovering.
morning you
and you're
wake up
just
and
like,
you think of, and I'm like, and oh, by the way, we did that 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
yeah.
And you think of it and
You're like, shit.
but I kept going.
Yeah.
And that's when I then just decided, let me go into fitness.
Yeah.
So I put an Instagram post
Yeah.
of, I'm just going to do personal training.
Yeah.
And I started getting a few clients.
Right.
And I started with personal training. Then the clientele that I had changed in the sense that people really started to confide in me. I know some people's darkest secrets.
Right.
They barely even knew me, but they
Yeah.
were comfortable with telling me, and
Right.
we work on it,
Yeah.
Like, so I turned into a bit of a health coach. So I still do the personal training side,
Right.
but I use it to make people now physically, mentally, emotionally
Right.
stronger,
Right.
just by having a good conversation with them,
Right.
let them speak their mind,
Yeah.
be real with them. And I turned into that. So now you meet people and they don't just enjoy your workout, but they enjoy talking to you.
Talking to you as well. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's relationship.
And
Right.
that's why many of my clients, they stay very consistent because we have a great time.
Right.
We have a great conversation.
Right.
And so I became a health coach.
Right.
And
Interesting.
now is when I'm in a place where I'm about to start growing.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very cool.
So that's basically how my schooling went into becoming a health coach, into doing extreme athleticism, and now thinking of ways to grow my brand.
Right.
So the brand I have is Mr. Shredded.
Right.
And that's why many people know me as Mr. Shredded instead of Adil. And so I'm trying to now push that brand out.
Right. Get a more global audience about it.
Because also start working in different countries.
Yeah.
But to do that, there are steps I have to take to make it happen now, which are what I'm doing.
What you're doing right now, yeah.
But that's basically where I'm at.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Very good picture of just what you've done over the years.
Yeah.
My next question is, I know you sort of hinted at it with your experience with Amit.
Yeah.
But my question is, what has been one pivotal moment in your life that has shaped your career? And the follow-up is like, what has been your greatest achievement so far?
Okay, so starting to box, one.
Yeah.
Because man, honestly, I believe you getting strong physically makes you very mentally strong, but having a knowledge on how to protect yourself and protect the people you love.
Being able to fight, yeah.
Self-defense, and because we don't live in a nice world.
That's true.
There's a
dangerous people out there.
beautiful side to our world, but there's also a very dark side to our world.
Yeah.
And I believe we should be able to protect ourselves and protect the people we love at the same time,
Absolutely.
So boxing, man, it made me strong in another way.
Right.
And till today, man, I tell you, sometimes when the day I wake up for boxing training, I'm like, this is gonna be
it's gonna be rough.
Insane.
Yeah.
And it's rough.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
Right.
And you gotta start somewhere to get to where this feeling I have, But boxing definitely changed. Was a turning point.
Right.
Including my friend Amit, who's literally, this guy's my brother, man.
Yeah.
He made me push barriers physically, man.
Right.
He made me deadlift 180 kilos 9 times.
Really? 9 times in one session?
9 reps. No, just
9.
Damn. I've never been able to do that on my own.
Right.
Ever.
That's crazy.
Ever.
Yeah.
So boxing gave me a mental and a physical side.
Right.
And he gave me another mental and physical side.
Right.
Then I had to find the other part on my own.
Right.
And that's when I went, so you gotta have something that makes your mental strong. You gotta have something that makes your emotional strong. Something that makes you physically strong. Something that makes your finances strong.
Right.
You make all that strong.
That's
your
true.
life comes together. It takes time.
Takes
You work
time.
on each of them
Absolutely.
slowly, you know.
Right, 100%.
So that's what that turning point, those two, and my coach
Right.
till today, he's my coach.
Yeah.
This guy,
This is now your boxing coach,
my
right?
boxing coach,
Right.
man. He is a professional boxer.
Right.
He is unbelievable, guys. Honestly, you want to train boxing, train with this guy.
Yeah.
And also, sorry, but I just want to say, boxing,
Yeah.
to me, is the ultimate. I love watching UFC. I love
Yeah,
MMA.
same here,
I
actually.
love it. You can go learn all of this, learn Muay
Yeah.
Thai, learn kickboxing.
Right, but boxing is
Boxing is ultimate. It's a
right.
thinking sport, man.
Right.
It's a thinking. It's like chess.
Yeah.
It's like chess, but you just
Right.
fight. You know,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
yeah. But that's how it turn around.
You turn
That's how
around.
it turned around. Is there from a very, very low, weak point to
Right.
just now get
That's
stronger.
interesting. Just like,
you
and
know?
it's interesting that there's still that theme of, fitness being core.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Being
Fitness being
core.
and
right.
obviously, I also had, even though I was going through very down, dark sides, I
Right.
have very incredible parents.
Yeah.
You know, of course, that's always helpful.
That's true.
So, you know,
Having a
that's
good supportive
always having a
system.
great support system. So you have very good support system at home, very loving,
Right.
loving family.
Right.
But, you know, like Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tyson Fury.
You're into boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury said how he has everything he needs. He's got a loving family.
That's true.
He can buy any house he wants. He can buy any cars he wants. He's the world boxing champion.
Literally.
But he still suffers from anxiety and depression.
Wow.
So he's like, you can have everything, but you can still go downhill. You know?
Yeah.
And if you realize he always goes downhills when he drinks. You know?
Yeah.
So yes, I did have a good support system. I did have this. So they were all turning points and they helped.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you don't do the last bit yourself, you're not going to get anywhere because it has to be done by you.
By you.
You can have, you know, a few pillars of support, but that main, not even the last one, the main support.
Like the foundation
is you.
Yeah, fundamental.
Is you. You can have the help, but you got to do it. So yeah, that's how everything turned, man.
Yeah. And the follow-up question was like, what has been your greatest achievement so far in your career?
So I think in my career, man, like yeah, I've grown, but I kind of like why I have to find different ways to grow now is because I became kind of stagnant.
Right.
But the greatest achievement is what you do every day to help somebody.
Right.
Like I said, I want people to become strong, man.
Yeah.
I don't like. By the way, I don't have self-pity.
Right.
It does not exist.
Yeah.
And my clients also learn that they never receive pity from me.
Yeah.
Ever.
Wow.
But at first, it's something tough to digest.
Yeah.
Because the first time I met there's a client of mine, it happened different ways. It happened with many clients, but where he was lying down. He was like, "Yo, give me a hand." He was a big guy, you know. He was like, "Give me a hand to get up." I was like,
"No, get up yourself.
You got to get up."
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
You know, like,
right.
And then make them realize, like, you got to be able to support yourself.
Yeah,
and you
absolutely.
Have the strength. Just do some work and you get there. So I think the biggest achievement career-wise is, and my health coaching-wise,
right,
is making people strong.
Right.
And every day is a baby step.
Right.
Every day is a
getting
baby
stronger.
Step.
Absolutely.
You've got to take those baby steps. And every time one of my clients see me,
they're
a tiny bit stronger.
Right.
May it be physical, may it be mental. You've taken a step ahead.
Yeah, it's true.
You've taken a step
ahead. Yeah.
So that's the greatest achievement in my health coaching
so far
career.
Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So my next question is, what is the biggest challenge you ever had in your life, and how did you overcome it?
So, okay, I'm not going to be direct about it.
Okay.
All right. Because it's a very
personal. Very.
I'm good with it.
But
there's a lot of people that are just not too okay with it at the moment.
Right.
But what I'm going to say is basically like it both had to do. There's two things.
Right.
Both had to do with two different people.
Okay.
All right. Where I wanted two bonds to happen
Right.
with two different people. All right, they're not. One was romantic, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
One wasn't,
Okay.
and it really went. It happened is when my personal relationship, together with my lower back, together with my job, when it
During that
went down.
whole, yeah.
Years before that, there was something else that brought me
Okay.
back to Nairobi.
Okay.
Why I had to come back.
Right. Was this like that period of time after you had graduated?
Just after.
Right.
Literally just.
Yeah.
It was even before my graduation. I just
Okay.
finished my exam.
Right. And then
Came back a day later.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And there's something there where I wanted the bond to happen, where a lot of things went wrong, and that bond got broken.
Okay.
And there was nothing I could do about it to fix it. But I'm getting there now.
Yeah.
I've worked a long way to be able to get that bond back.
Right.
So that's one part. The other one is the relationship part. That also was something that I really wanted.
Right.
But it broke as well.
Right.
And so, like, one was before, but one continues because I'm still working towards it.
Right.
But the relationship, once it broke, it broke. But it was a really, really bad thing as well.
Yeah.
So that where was the really bad side of it,
yeah,
with the combination of
all the other things
the
that are
lower
going
back
on,
and your business not working, you quitting the job to start a business, and
it's a lot.
So your fear actually became true.
Yeah.
The fear of quitting your job and
just
failing at a business, and
it just
I was like, man, what?
Crazy.
So what did I do? Comfort food and going out. But you see what I did?
It's coping mechanisms.
Exactly.
It's coping mechanisms.
And it gets you nowhere.
It really does.
Nowhere.
It really does. So my question is now, like, from that, it's like, how did you overcome that experience? Because clearly a lot was going on. You know, you're being affected physically, being impacted emotionally, financially, spiritually probably as well, right? So it's like, how did you actually overcome all these challenges?
So by continuing to work physically, all right, was the main one.
Right.
I was at my lowest, but I didn't give up on my working outside. Even when I got injured, I went back into it.
Right.
So there was a lot of persistence, a lot of consistent, and just, you know, I used to, when I had the back problem, I used to gently just stand and just slowly just
box,
just do
like shadow box.
Slowly. I wouldn't even move my legs, man. But I just felt better just moving myself a bit, man.
Yeah. Wow.
So the physical was really what pushed me to keep going.
Yeah.
Through the physical,
I
found something incredible. I managed to open my mind and take control of something. You know how they say we use 4% of our brains?
Right.
And some people say there's research that shows Buddhist monks who've been able to take over more of their brain and not maybe levitate somewhere. I'm not sure about that. The one that I saw was they cut the guy, and with some cameras and tape, and they recorded him, and there was I don't know how to call it, but like a light or something formed around his body, and he healed 3 times faster than regular human.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, he might have figured something out.
Yeah.
And I'm not ruling it out, no matter how crazy it is.
That's true. Yeah.
Because I believe anything can happen if you work for it. Maybe he spent 50 years working for it.
That's true.
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
Because they say a Buddhist monk can meditate for years.
For years, yeah.
So you never know, man.
That's true.
Right?
Wow,
you know what I mean? So it's where were we?
We were just talking about how you overcome those other challenging experiences you had, what is affecting all, like, your physical, your emotional, and spiritual. And
so
you just talked
about
just the strength
for me, that I've been able to open another decimal of a percentage more than the regular human.
Right.
When I put myself through extreme physical good pain.
Right.
I'm not a sadist.
He's not a sadist.
Don't get me wrong. But when I put myself through extreme physical good pain, which was the burpees, not the record. We'll get there. But just one day, when the gyms closed when COVID started, And I was like, what do I do for cardio?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I had 2 dumbbells. I was just doing
Yeah.
some things like push-ups,
Yeah. Yeah.
for cardio, man.
Yeah.
I have nothing like.
Literally, yeah.
And I was like, let me do some burpees. The first time I did burpees, I did 500 in a row.
Wow.
And I was like,
500.
I should do 500 burpees. I heard
Yeah.
this is quite hard. Why is it like not
Yeah.
so hard?
Yeah. For
So
sure.
started doing burpees, and I started doing more and more and more burpees.
Right.
And I got into such pain physically
Mm-hmm.
that I had to control my mind, and I could keep going
Right.
without stopping, man.
Right.
I could keep going. Don't get me wrong, the damage to the body would happen.
Yeah.
I would have to do very good recovery after.
Right.
But
Right.
I could keep going through the pain.
Through the
It did
pain.
not exist anymore. It did not
True.
matter. It was just you push.
True.
So when I get past a certain barrier,
Right.
I'm in control.
That's true.
But you gotta push to get there.
You have to push beyond
You
that
have
barrier.
to push
Yeah.
to get there. But it allowed me to take a very good control of my mindset
That's true.
and start breaking down my weaknesses.
Mm.
I removed my fear. I had a big phobia of spiders.
Wow.
I don't want to cuddle a spider, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to run from one. If
Yeah.
there's
There's
one there.
one there, right?
Before I couldn't even, if you showed me a spider on like a screen, I
Yeah.
couldn't even look at one.
Couldn't even look
I
at- wow.
couldn't, man. I'd like
Yeah.
freeze up. Really bad phobia. One morning I woke up and I decided it's over. Done.
Yeah.
And people ask me, how did you do that? Because it was a decision. It's a
Literally.
decision I took that, look, I'm done, boom.
Exactly.
Let me give you another example. People that are like a bit OCD with, you lock your door,
Yeah.
they go and check the door like 20
Right.
times.
To see if it's
bro.
locked. Yeah.
Right? I was like that once upon a time.
Wow.
But I then made the decision
Mm-hmm.
to be confident in my actions.
Right.
And I lock the door and I walk, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens. But I know
Happens.
it's locked.
It's locked.
Be
Yeah.
confident in yourself.
You're right. Yeah.
So I got over my fears one by one.
Yeah.
Then my fear of doing another business started going away.
Right.
My fear of deadlifting again started going away.
Right.
Today I can deadlift 200 again.
Right. Wow.
I can't go past that very much. But I've never won a belt in my life, a
Right.
lifting belt.
Yeah.
But
Never
I
had it.
will past a certain
Eventually, yeah,
point,
yeah.
But I'm just thinking, my fears started going away one by one as my mindset got stronger and stronger and
Right.
stronger.
Right.
But being able to take over a bigger percentage of my mind made me a little bit of a superhuman
That's true.
because I'm indestructible.
Right.
You can tell me, let's go run 100 miles. And I did leg day yesterday, I'll be like, let's go.
Let's go. Right.
There is no limit,
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I want to, I want to be put in my grave broken, bro. I don't want to be like fresh and like.
Right. Right.
You want to live. So for me, pushing the body to the limit is not impossible. I will
Right.
push, man.
You'll always push.
Like one of my challenges in the future is
Yeah.
rotated around swimming.
Mm.
And it's insane, by the way. I'll tell you
Yeah.
more about it. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
insane,
definitely,
right?
uh-huh.
But I can push, but thanks to being able to take control of part of my mind,
Right.
right? And there's many ways to do it.
Yeah.
You can become academically very smart,
Yeah.
and you've taken control of something because
That's
you're now a
true.
little bit of a genius.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
can be an incredible dancer,
Yeah.
and you open a part. It's just everybody has a greatness in them
That's true.
that you have to unlock. But the hard work makes you unlock
Unlock
it. And
it.
everyone's
Yeah.
greatness
It's
is
all hard
different.
work. Yeah.
But for you to, whatever your greatness is, whether you're the greatest singer, whether you're going to be the greatest astronaut, whether you're the greatest bodybuilder,
Right.
whatever it is,
Mhm.
you got to put the work in
You
and
have
you'll
to.
find it.
Yeah.
And I put the work in, man. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm where I want to be,
Right. But you're
but
making good
I'm
progress.
on my way, man.
Yeah.
I'm moving,
Making
I'm
very
going,
good
I'm going,
progress.
and I'm making my way, and I'm
I love
moving.
that.
And you work for it. You work
Yeah.
for it. I have a saying, I live uncomfortable
Right.
until I get to where I want to be in life.
Right.
But be willing to live.
Yeah.
I wake up at 4 a.m., by the way.
Right.
On good days, 4:30. On very good days, 6:30.
6:30. Right.
That's the latest I wake up. And I go to sleep at 10.
Right.
Right? 6 hours of quality sleep is all you need, because
Yeah.
you actually only sleep 6 good hours out of your whatever 8 hours you sleep.
Right.
6 hours of quality is all you need. Because my head hits my pillow, I'm
You're
out, man,
Yeah.
out.
Mm.
So just change my lifestyle changing as well around this mindset.
Right.
I'm a very different person than I was a few years ago, because this mindset keeps making me stronger and stronger and stronger.
True.
And people ask me, how do you sit at a dinner table, everybody's eating a burger and you're having a salad?
Yeah.
Because it's not such a big deal.
It's not.
It's
Right.
really
And then it's
not.
just the
You know what I
discipline.
mean?
Like
It's just discipline.
discipline.
So
Yeah.
discipline, there we go.
Yeah. It's the
Discipline.
discipline.
My discipline became
Yeah.
bulletproof, man.
Yeah.
When it's time to do something, I do it. Whether it's work, whether it's training,
Yeah.
whether it's eating. So my discipline just built and built and built.
Literally.
And it's what's making me push forward in my
Yeah.
goals, get better. And
Yeah.
and it's obviously takes time. Some
It
of
does.
it is like my work has been very stagnant for a while now, right?
Right.
But you keep finding ways to move forward.
move
You don't
forward.
stop looking for the ways
Right.
until that one works out.
Exactly.
So it's what I do is I keep pushing.
Right.
I get injured. I've injured my knee, I've injured my elbow, I've injured my shoulder, I've injured my back.
Right.
But I can still squat 180
Literally.
kilos. I can still bench 130 kilos.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse.
It's not.
It's
Wow.
unless you stop. Even when you break something, you can mend it stronger, but it
That's
requires
true.
the work.
It does.
Let me go back to a part of my life where I trained with he was an ex-Special Ops British Army.
Interesting.
I trained with him for a year.
Yeah.
It was military for that year, man. It
Right.
was like, you be at the gym at 9.
Yeah. On 9:05, 9
Yo,
on
I
the
was
dot.
there at 9. Oh, I shit you not, man.
Yeah.
I was there at 9:05. Guys, like, you're late. I was like, I mean, sorry, man.
Yeah.
It's like, go change, come. So if very military, start training this, that. If I ate bad one day,
Yeah.
he knew the next day.
You'd know the next day. Wow.
It was unbelievable the way this guy could analyze.
Yeah.
He started his career as a gym instructor in the army, in the British Army. Then he became an Aikido master.
Right.
And he taught martial art in the army.
In the army.
And then he just became a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And today he's 55, and this guy is bigger and stronger than most people I know. And
Wow.
just ripped, man.
Yeah.
55
55 years old. Damn.
So this guy taught me discipline, man, as well.
Yeah.
You know, he pushed you to just like be better.
Yeah.
You know, he pushed and pushed and pushed.
Right.
Yeah, so that was another defining factor.
Defining moment.
That was a
right.
big defining. I can't believe I left that out.
Yeah.
Forgot about it. That was a
Yeah.
big defining factor
For sure.
in changing who I was, is training with this guy. He's
Yeah.
the one who actually got me shredded.
Okay.
Because he knew the body, man. He knew how to train this part, how to eat for this
Right,
part. It was
right.
unbelievable. But yeah, he played a huge role. So also when I got shredded, I think I took a big step forward mentally, because you just feel good.
Yeah.
So you get strong. You just get so much stronger physically.
Yeah.
So this guy, big role in my life.
Big role.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I think there's definitely something to say about like just, these, we can call them like mentors in a way, right? Who really have, just have such a huge influence on your life.
Yeah.
And then just changes, like they could literally give you one piece of advice and the trajectory just takes a whole other turn.
Exactly.
Right.
Which is why it's very important to just listen to people.
Yeah.
This guy, by the way, his name is Carl, the special ops guy.
Yeah.
He had PTSD. He spent 30 years in the army. 30 years.
Wow.
He was in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He was in South America. He was in Somalia. He was in Sudan. He was in...
Wow.
His car blew up, man.
Damn.
A Humvee blew up. 3 of his friends died in front of him.
Jeez.
His knee
That's crazy.
was 180 degrees the other side, and his head was cut open. Do you know 6 months later he was squatting 100 kilos?
What? 6 months
Look
later?
at the power of the mind. This guy is an animal mentally, man.
Wow.
6 months later he was squatting 100 kilos. 6
Wow.
months. And his knee was 180 degrees the other way.
Damn.
You just got to
That's
work.
really impressive,
Like I said, the body, man,
Yeah.
The body is incredible.
That's
You
true.
work and you can do it. You can be broken.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter mentally, physically. You can get stronger, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's incredible, man.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question is, and I know like this whole conversation has been around this, right? But what advice would you give someone who's trying to do the same things as you?
So I think it's somebody trying just to do anything great.
Yeah.
It's your greatness.
Right.
You can if you want to do something like me, you gotta dedicate time to training. I don't have a social life right now, but it's just a sacrifice I make to be able to get better, get somewhere else.
Right.
So if I sacrifice now, I can party the rest of my life.
That's true.
But I've got the next 10 years of my life. If you're 20, you have the next 20 years of your life to make something great as you're a young adult.
Yeah.
If you're now past 40, you're now looking at much different, because most people past 40, their financials are in order.
Yeah.
Most people that that are working.
We hope. We hope.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah. But at 40, you want your financials to be in order, which
Yeah.
is why 20 to 30, you gotta work.
You gotta work. Yeah.
One's financials. Second, take care of your body.
Your
If you want to
body,
do
your
something
health and
like
fitness.
me,
Yeah.
you gotta work financially. You gotta take care of your body. You gotta
Yeah.
eat well. You gotta take care of your mind as well.
Absolutely.
So part of what happened to me recently was I was pushing and training so hard. I've damaged my elbow. It's an old injury, but it's kind of like flared up a lot. I have a golfer's elbow.
Right.
And what happened is I didn't realize, when you put stress on your body, may it be physical, mental, whatever, just stress raises your cortisol levels.
True.
For a woman, when your cortisol level goes up, she starts putting on weight. For a man, her cortisol goes up, testosterone drops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I realized to fight that, you also gotta have fun. So it's true. Yes, go eat your junk food. Yes, go drink. Yes, go do whatever you want. But you work for it, and then you get to, so like once a week you have fun.
Yeah, right? You reward yourself.
So if you wanna do what I do or live like I do, you gotta have a sustainable lifestyle. Find food that you like, that works for you. It's gotta be healthy most of the week.
Right.
Have fun. End of the week, you either binge or you eat a bit of junk 3 times a week throughout the week. There's many ways of doing it.
Right.
1, lead a healthy lifestyle. 2, you gotta put the time in working.
Yeah.
All right, that sacrifice is very important. Sacrifice these things now.
Yeah.
And get where you want to be.
Right.
And with the sacrifice, don't be scared of being alone. Right? I haven't been in a relationship in a while now.
Yeah.
But because I have things to do, man.
Yeah.
So there are 2 main fears in this world. One is the fear of being alone.
That's true.
One is the fear of uncertainty. I started removing both of them from my life, and I've started moving forward. So if you want to do what I do, or if you want to do anything you want to do, find your greatness, remove those fears from your life. And you'll start taking little steps. Nothing great is going to happen overnight, but you'll start taking those little steps to get into whatever great thing you want to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. So before I move on to the next question, I want us to backtrack a little bit. You said we're going to come back to this topic.
Yeah.
The Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us the story.
So, you know how the burpees, I started doing 500 the first time.
Right.
And I started doing more and more and more. Then I started telling my friends and my family and my clients, and I'm going to apply for this burpees world record. So at first I was just saying it, and then like a month later, I was like, I'm applying for it.
Yeah.
And I applied for it, and I started training for it.
Right.
And the day came, and the training was rough. By the way.
I can imagine.
Man, like there were days where I would be dehydrated so badly, my headache would last 3 days.
Right. Wow.
It was unbelievable, that training.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being in one room, alone in my house, just me, for the most I did was 4.5 hours, but 4.5 hours just doing burpees.
Wow.
Alone.
Alone. It's crazy.
Do you know the power you need to be able to do something
yeah.
like that? And I'm not saying I did it physically. You can find that power to do something incredible mentally. Like you could,
Yeah.
you know, find the cure for a disease. I'm just saying
Right.
you can have a greatness in you. You don't know. I
Right.
found mine, and mine
Right.
was a physical power that is unbelievable.
Right.
So train for it, and then yeah, the day came, man. The night before, I dreamt of burpees. You know, it was messed up, man. I went to
Yeah.
sleep,
Yeah.
and I woke up, and it was 9 a.m. I was meant to have started the burpees at 6 a.m.
Mhm.
And then I was calling the person who was organizing everything in my dream. Then I woke up, and it was 4:30 a.m. I was like,
Damn.
oh my god.
What are the
I
odds?
was
Yeah.
like, what?
Wow.
I
Damn.
had one of those dreams that morning.
Yeah. Crazy.
Then I woke up, I ate. So you know I have this mama shredded granola thing, right?
Yeah,
It's this recipes my mom's made that are very
Right.
healthy, very good of macros.
Right.
So I ate that granola that morning with
Mhm.
milk and just went for it, man.
Right.
Just went there and now went through the first half of the burpees very easily.
Okay.
Like it was a joke, man.
Yeah.
I got to 4,000 like it was nothing.
Wow.
All right. And then it hit me like a truck.
Yeah.
All right. And the cramps. So the main muscles are the teardrops, the bottom abs, the
Yeah.
top abs.
The
There's
top
obviously
abs.
there's pressure because you have to
Right.
flatten your hand.
Yeah.
There's pressure on your shoulder.
Right.
But the main is the teardrop and the top and bottom abs.
Right.
The cramps I was getting was unbearable.
Yeah.
There were points that in the video I was falling, man. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't support my own legs.
Wow.
About 7 hours in, it's when it hit me.
Mm.
And I now the pain was hitting me, I would stop, go again.
Right.
Pain would hit me, I would stop, go again.
Yeah.
And Amit, my bro Amit, was next to me for 7 hours,
For
bro.
7 hours
For
straight.
7 hours. Obviously, my parents were there for 12 hours.
Yeah.
They didn't leave, man.
Yeah. Wow.
They were there from 6 to 6.
It's
I was
amazing.
like, what are you guys doing? Like, please go
Yeah,
rest.
yeah.
But they were there the entire time.
Wow.
But Amit came with his wife and with his friends and his brother to spectate.
Yeah.
And he realized that I needed him. And I told him the night before, I think I'll need you during this. And he came and stood there and he guided me, man.
Yeah.
He pushed me through the rest of those burpees.
Wow.
He paced it. He gave me what I needed to eat. He gave me what I needed to drink.
Right.
Unbelievable, man.
Wow.
But
That's amazing.
7 hours in is when I started breaking, man, just stopping.
Yeah.
Now, they kept tying my legs here.
Okay.
Compressing them with bandages.
Yeah.
But every time the cramp hits again, I would fall, I'd sit, they'd remove it, put the blood flow again, tie it again, and go again.
Wow.
Then there was one point, there was 2 hours left. But I didn't know that because for the entire 12 hours, I didn't look at the board. I didn't see how many I've done or how long there is left. I didn't want to know. It's my way of just going. I just go with it,
Just
you know?
go with it, yeah.
So there was 2 hours left and I didn't know, but there was 2 hours left and they tied my legs and I told them it's not coming off again now.
Yeah.
And that's when the shift happened.
Oh, yeah.
It took me 10 hours to take control of my mind.
Wow.
The last 2 hours, I didn't fall. I didn't stop once.
Wow.
I went through.
Just kept
there
pushing.
were points, man, where my leg would like start doing this, and I would say no, and then Amit would say no.
No, and then you're just like.
And I would just keep
Get back
going,
in.
man. Keep going. The last 2 hours, I went through it. When I was training for the burpees, just one step back, I'll tell you something. This is crazy when people hear about it. I had eaten a lot of food.
Yeah.
I was in a very uncomfortable state.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I'm going to do 4 hours of burpees.
Right.
But I wanted to do it in an uncomfortable state.
Mm-hmm.
So I locked myself in a room and I closed all the windows and I was very full right after a meal.
Right.
So it got hotter, faster.
Yeah.
My food was here, like
right.
throughout the first 2 hours, man. Like, but I kept going, you know.
Right.
Then I kept telling myself, why is it that if the food is already in me, our food is our fuel? I was like, why is it that I can't tell my body to push the food to my legs where I need it because my legs weren't fine. 2 hours later, my stomach was empty and
Wow.
my body had actually used the food.
The food, right?
And it's unbelievable
like,
because I
yeah,
kept
that's like,
telling myself,
what?
and I was already in pain, and
Yeah.
it worked. I told my body do it, and it did it. Like I said, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then back to those burpees, I got to the last 2 hours I went through it, and I broke the record with 10 minutes left.
Wow.
10 minutes left, I broke the record, and then the last 10 minutes, I got an extra 120 burpees, and that's the record I hold.
Wow, 120 burpees. Yeah.
So the record is 7,415.
7,400.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
And that's what you hold now.
Yeah, 120 more than the last
Than the
one.
last one.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Wow. Great story, man.
Yeah.
Great story. All right, Adil, so you're just telling us about, you getting the record for the world's most bumpies. It was 7,415, right?
Yeah.
That's the record. That's 120 before the previous record.
Yeah.
Very great story. So my next question for you is like, where are you heading to? Like, what are some of the things you're hoping to accomplish in the next couple of years?
So I want to, like I was saying, to grow from where I am right now.
Right.
Professionally or athleticism?
I mean, in general. Like,
so professionally, I want to localize myself more so I can take on more clients and allow me to build something physical here so I can also start moving.
Right.
Because in the next few years, I will have to start doing some work in Mauritius.
Okay, yeah.
Not like in a company, just things I have to do, you know. And I just want to set up a physical location here to be able to get people to come to me where, it's going to be a very different concept where I teach you ways of pushing yourself physically, taking control of your mental, taking control of your physical, and just get better by your eating, for example, and then just get stronger. So I want to set up a place that makes that basically what I teach and have a team of my own that will now start teaching that to people that'll come there to me.
Right.
And so that's the goal, to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do here, and hopefully I can do that in the next half of the next year,
Right.
And yeah, and then a lot of you can come and try it out.
Yeah, looking forward to that, for sure. Yeah, check out your Mr. Shredder gym or something.
Yeah, man, exactly. It's something like that.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool because it's a very different concept, and there's a way that I will build the bond between everything that happens.
Right.
There's the way that I work with my clients at the moment, but I've already designed a different way of doing it for a physical location.
Right.
It will come together very beautifully eventually.
Yeah.
But that's my goal here in the next couple of years, because then you have to get it up and running.
Obviously, yeah, for sure.
So the next couple of years, that's my goal here.
Yeah.
In 1 month, what's the time right now? If you know
it is currently, it's about 12:56.
All right, so
yeah, almost 1 o'clock.
In exactly 1 month, I should be 3 hours in close to finishing my next world record.
Really? In 1 month from now.
But I mean, I'm not telling you guys that's what it is or anything.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, my golfer's elbow is stopping me, is holding me back a bit right now.
Okay, right.
Yesterday, for example, I did 1,500 chin-ups.
Okay,
all right?
1,500, wow.
And then I did 600 600 push-ups. And then I did 1,000 all body weight.
Right.
And I did 1,000 squats. Then I swam 1.5 kilometers.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
My body can take it.
Yeah.
But when I woke up this morning, my elbow was a bit iffy.
Right.
Like a bit off.
Yeah.
So if everything goes well, I will be doing the next world record in 1 month.
1 month's time. Yeah.
But I will know. I still have to test it out for the next 1 week, and I'm seeing my physio every week.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing my physio again this week.
Yeah.
And her and I are gonna come up with the yes or the no, the go ahead or the you can't do it.
Right. What the requirements
But
are.
my strength and my stamina, I'm there.
Yeah.
I've done the diet for it. I've done everything for it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
If my elbow allows me to do it.
Allows you
it's
to
only
do it,
one thing. So that's my next near future goal in my
right.
extreme athleticism part,
Right.
is to do this next world record. If this doesn't work out, then next year I go. If it works out, whether it works out or not,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Next year I go into boxing.
Into boxing, like professionally fighting now.
I'm gonna start fighting. I want to
Interesting.
start just doing some exhibition friendly fights,
Yeah.
and then maybe if those go okay, take the next step into going abroad and doing it. Not doing
locally.
it here, because I mean, in any sport, there's politics, of course, but it's too
Yeah.
much here, man. It's
Right.
I've seen this boxing go. I've dealt with them for the
Yeah.
boxing thing I did.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, man. You have so much talent going to waste in this country.
Right. Interesting.
So I also, at the same time of doing that, I want to take my coach with me as a coach, but I also
Right.
want him to fight.
To fight. Interesting.
So that's it. Boxing wise, next year is I want both of us to start fighting
Yeah.
and make some way forward.
Yeah.
I don't want anything unbelievable,
Yeah.
but I want to win some fights.
Want to win some fights.
That's
right.
part of living for me.
Yeah.
Man. It's
yeah.
part of living. People tell me like, boxers, they fight because they have to. They come from backgrounds where they have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Mm-hmm. But I want to fight. That's the difference.
You want to fight, yeah.
They fought to survive.
Yeah.
I'm about to fight to live.
Yeah. Wow.
It's part of what I want to do. It makes me me.
Yeah.
So next year we go into boxing.
Yeah,
so
nice.
that'll be a very good path, because it's probably going to be one of the toughest things I'll ever do in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So the next set of questions are a bit more personal.
Okay.
And the first question I have for you is: do you practice self-improvement? If so, what do you do?
I mean, self-improvement, yes. It's something I do every day in the sense of I work out when I don't want to work out. I work out when I want to work out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I would say 4 days out of the week I don't want to work out.
Right.
I don't want to do it.
Naturally,
man.
yeah.
I don't want to do it, but you do it.
Right.
So yes, I do push myself, and I wake up at 4 regularly. I religiously I go to work. So every bit I do is self-improvement, but I've also done a lot of sacrifice where I've removed my social life completely.
Right.
So it's not necessarily a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it is part of my self-improvement at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do practice self-improvement in
Nice.
many ways, but not every way, because you can't be perfect at everything.
That's
None
true.
of us can do that. You got to pick something you want and go ahead with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I practice self-improvement in the journey I want to take.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like a very holistic view about self-improvement, and not tackling in just one area, but in a lot of many key areas.
Yeah, exactly. Just tap into different things and make yourself better, because it's not one thing that makes who you are. It's a combination of things makes you who you are.
Yeah.
So if you want to get better, you have to do a little bit of work towards everything you want to get better at.
That's true.
Right? Because you know how they say talent gets you somewhere, but hard work gets you further.
All the way,
you know what I mean?
That's true. The saying is actually hard work beats talent if talent's not willing to work hard.
Yeah, that's the saying. There's a saying. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So if you want to get better in every aspect that makes you who you are, you got to work for it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Interesting. My next question is, what is one area of your life you feel you could improve on?
My social life.
Your social, yeah. I mean, we were talking about that. Yeah.
So I'm okay with it, but it would be nice to go out more. It would be nice to meet somebody, and it would be also nice to have a relationship.
Yeah.
I do miss it sometimes. It's been 4 years single now.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, you have your fun, but you know what I mean? It's not a bond that builds you.
True.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Right? And you can't live your life with fun. Like you can't live your life with junk food.
Yeah.
You can't live your life with fun. Your healthy meal needs to be a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to have that. It would be nice to be able to go out more, to see my friends more. I get to eat dinner with my parents maybe twice a night,
Right.
twice a week.
Yeah.
But we prioritize Sunday lunch as family lunch.
Right.
So at least we have a bit of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, giving them some more time would be nice as well. Just being able to open up my time is the thing I need to get better at. I need
Yeah.
to open up my time because
Right.
everything I have now is going to work or training.
Or training, true.
And if I'm not working or training, I'm eating.
You're eating or you're sleeping.
Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because man, I can't stay awake past 10, man. I can't do it.
Mhm.
So even going for dinner, I think about it like
10
yes,
o'clock, you're
some
just
nights,
like,
some days I could go, like
Yeah.
I could, but I just don't have the energy to do it.
Yeah.
And I dedicate that energy to the things that are gonna make me move forward right now.
Right.
Because don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't care for my friends, I don't care for my family, I don't care for finding a meaningful relationship.
Right.
I do care, but I also think if I get my life in order first, the rest can
Right.
fall in place.
That's true.
You know, so you make a bit of effort where you can, like, obviously, no matter how much time you don't have, you make
Yeah.
a bit of effort for your parents. You
Absolutely.
make a little bit of effort for your friends.
Yeah.
But I completely sacrificed the relationship side and just going out and having fun side was
Yeah.
completely. So it would be nice to find a way, which I am doing exactly, like working on my next step,
Mm.
is opening up some of my own time and
Your own
being able
time
to have
do
a bit
more.
of a life, you know,
Yeah.
because I've now spent a good portion of 4 years doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like time to
A
just
good
find that
2
balance.
years, sorry, a good part of 2 years doing this, exactly.
Right.
Find a balance, yeah.
Nice, nice. So yeah, my next question is, what does being a man mean to you?
Man, it's it's respecting strength, man.
Okay.
Like in the sense that, you know, when I talk about strength, it's not just physical strength. Is
Right.
if you're very good at your job, you're strong.
Yeah.
You know, if you're very good at driving, you're strong.
Yeah.
If you're very good at swimming, you're strong. It's strength is anything. You're just strong. You can be strong at cleaning a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just strength, right? But
Right.
as a man, I just think that we can't let our weakness take over
Mm.
because we're the ones who have to support our family.
Right.
With the day I do marry somebody, that woman needs to have her life in order.
Right.
She needs to be independent because if something ever happens to me, you got to be able to take care of yourself. If something ever
Right.
happens to the relationship, you got to be able to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
But I will support you unless something happens.
Yeah.
But you just got to be able to be independent.
Right.
But so I think as a man, you got to be strong.
Right.
Yes, one, take care of a family.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself, man. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's being a man comes with a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
It comes
I
with
agree.
a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I'm not saying women have theirs, men have theirs. So you both have to be strong
Yeah.
in your own ways. But I'm saying as a man, it's not
Right.
an excuse.
It's not.
It's not an excuse.
Can't afford any excuses.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
You've been given your strength. You just have to find it.
Yeah.
You know? So as a man, you gotta be strong.
Yeah.
That's what it means being a man, is being
strong.
is being a beast.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, let's say you're someone who doesn't like working out. But yeah, you eat relatively healthy, you go for walks, but you're financially taking care of your family, you're strong.
Yeah.
The physical side does not necessarily have anything to do with like being strong.
Right.
But it's just strength in the aspects of life that make you who you are.
Yeah.
You want to have a family, you want to have a house, is you need the strength to take care of everything in your life.
Absolutely.
So being a man to me is you got to be strong.
You gotta
because
be strong.
as a strong man, you can also take care of a woman.
That's true. And your loved ones too.
You can, and you're willing to.
Yeah.
Because this is speaking from experience. I'm sure you know this. I know this. That if there's somebody like a girl that we like or want to be with, etc., we're willing to do things for her.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what being a man is.
Right.
You know? So
Right.
is being strong and just having respect for that strength, man.
Yeah.
Is having strength for that, because you also got to realize that we are physically strong.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
You gotta respect that strength.
Yeah.
Don't fight another man just because of a stupid reason.
Exactly.
And never raise your hand on a woman.
Exactly.
So
Absolutely.
respect the strength you've been given,
given,
but
yeah.
you've got to be strong.
You gotta
That's
be
what
strong.
being a man means.
Yeah,
Man.
that's interesting. No, I agree with that a lot. And my follow-up question to you is like, how do you navigate life from that perspective of like trying to be a strong man?
So I am taking control of my life.
Right.
So I respect the strength. Like, I'll give you an example. I go respecting strength. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I go out to a club or something.
Yeah.
Somebody starts some shit with you. It hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah.
But if it does, the way you deal with that is you gotta like just respectfully just tell them to calm down and just
Yeah.
move away from
Move
it.
away, yeah.
You know, it's fighting is the weak thing.
Right.
Trying to prove you're strong makes you
Right.
weak.
That makes you weak.
You have nothing to
Interesting.
prove.
Yeah.
Why do you think they call big guys like the big teddy bears or big like nice personalities?
Yeah.
Big guys are nice, man, because
Yeah.
they have nothing to prove.
To prove.
They have
That's
nothing
true.
to prove.
That's true.
So I'm mentally strong and physically strong,
Right.
and I know over time I will do my duties as a man.
Yeah.
Like bonds that have been broken that need to be mended, I will mend them.
Right.
Bonds that will have to be made and be taken care of, I will take care of them.
Right.
And I will respect the strength I've been given
Right.
and use the strength I've been given, because as a man it's weak to not use your strength. No?
That's true.
You're weak to let your potential go to waste.
Yeah.
You cannot do that as a man.
Yeah.
So over time, I know I will do all of this because I have the discipline to take care of what I need to take care of right now.
Right.
So that's how I lead into it. That's how I know
So, yeah.
I will do it when the time comes. But
Right.
everything in its own time. That's also one
Exactly.
thing you got to remember.
Yeah.
You can't be. So someone can be successful at 18. Someone can be successful at 70.
That's true.
It's just their time.
It's just their
It's
time.
just their time. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's how we move forward, man. Like,
Yeah. Nice. Nice. All right. So the last question I have for you is, what does Alpha Delta mean to you?
Alpha Delta
Yeah.
is,
Or at least, how do you understand it?
yeah. Basically, you got to do the work to be the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Being the alpha, being at the top, is incredible. It's
Yeah.
the best feeling in the world.
Right.
But you got to do the delta shit to get there, man.
Yeah.
You got to put in the work to get there.
Right.
And like what you're about people who operate at a higher level.
Right.
We all have the potential, man.
Exactly.
So that alpha delta,
Yeah.
if you want to be an alpha, you just have to put in the work.
Put in the work.
You have to put in the work.
Absolutely. Yeah. And with that, Adil, we've come towards the end of this conversation.
It was great.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, but I just need you to keep growing, man.
Yeah,
because
I appreciate that.
His ideology, I only had a very brief conversation about what he is, but it is actually incredible because
Appreciate that.
the more you put out there what people are capable of, the more you can question yourself and find your own.
Yeah.
Right? And this guy will interview you in like a year or so, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's a great message he's bringing out there, because it's you're helping people, you're not just making a podcast or an interview or like, it's not just an entertaining thing. You're actually out here helping.
Yeah, trying to.
You're putting a message out there, which is great, and I'm down with it, man. Because like I said, I'm down with strengthening humans.
Right,
I'm down
absolutely.
with it.
Same here, likewise, similar mindset. Just trying to help people get better.
Hell yes,
become better,
100%. Exactly.
So yeah, final remarks. Where can people find you? Where can people connect with you?
So Instagram is probably the easiest thing, right? It's you can either type in like my full name, Muhammad Adil Abdool, or you can type in Mr. Shredded and you'll find me on Instagram, and you can connect on me on there. Just send me a message, or even an email if you'd like. It's just adil.abdool@icloud.com. You can connect with me there. I I answer questions. I'm okay with life. If you have any questions, anything you need to know, anything about me, anything about you.
Yeah.
If you have a question on how, if you have a problem, hit me up. I'm okay with like helping you. But when my physical space comes up, because I don't have any space for clients right now.
Right.
Come there, I'll really help you then. Like.
Yeah. So that's something we're going to promote really, like plug really quick. Yeah, that's you know, once your space comes up, right?
Yeah.
And for anyone watching, like I'll put all these links in the description of this video, so you can just scroll down and find all the links that he just talked about. So yeah, I mean, thanks so much, bro.
No, thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate you. This is a really great conversation. For everyone watching, this has been AlphaDelta, a podcast where we have conversations with people who are operating at a higher level with the hope of motivating and inspiring people to become the best version of themselves. I've been your host, Joe Kariki, and I'm joined by my guest, Adil. And this is a goodbye from us, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Peace.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yo, hell
Good
yeah,
stuff,
bro.
man.